All right, so super excited to have the very talented who I've had the pleasure of seeing when she was in the sixth grade when she was came to our showcase and gave out buckets. She definitely did her big thing, especially last season as a freshman. Glad to have her on today for our preseason wellness check. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Zoe Brooks. I'm a sophomore here at NC State, and I'm from New Jersey, and I can't wait for the season.
All right, so you played in all 38 games and earned 7 starts. So talk about that. You also averaged 9 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.4 steals with 26 minutes of playing time as a freshman, and that's pretty hard to do. So what were you doing in practice to show that, it was earned? Because not all coaches are just giving, playing time to freshmen.
Just competing. I'm very competitive. Obviously, New Jersey, the basketball environment, that's what we do. We compete, and we're the underdog, so we always have to work harder. So I came in here with the mindset to just compete with everybody, even though I'm a freshman, I can play too. And I've been doing this for a really long time. So just really being confident.
And then talk about your coach as well. So when you were out there playing, it was like he let you pretty much do you. So no restrictions. Is that his style of play?
Yeah, he likes to let his point guards be free and kind of run the show. So obviously that's a big reason why I'm here because I feel like he lets me be me.
And then what game do you feel like last year was your breakout game?
I think honestly, just the whole postseason, in the tournament, I feel like that's when I really started to figure it out and everything started clicking. So I think that whole postseason.
And then how was the transition from high school to college? What has been the most challenging and or easiest to learn compared to last year?
Everything school and basketball wise this year is a lot easier than last year. I feel like last year was kind of like I just wasn't not even used to, but it was just like a rude awakening. Like I just was living on my own and away from my parents and my family. I was in a different type of basketball environment. I took on a big responsibility. I guess I had to be accountable now. And I knew if I didn't do it myself, that it was on me. I didn't have my parents to tell me to get up and go to class or to get up and go to practice. Like if I miss an alarm, that's my fault. It's all on me. So I think just taking that big responsibility and having to grow up.
When you talk about responsibilities, did you happen to miss an alarm one day?
No, I didn't miss an alarm. I'm not gonna quit, but no, I haven't, not yet. I hope I never, ever.
Playing basketball is what you do, obviously, but of course, now you're playing at the college level. Everybody on your team is pretty good. Were you able to just come in and hit it off right off the back to where that confidence was there, or was it built over time?
I started off doing really well when we were just really playing basketball, no plays, like summertime, beginning of the season. And then once we started putting all these plays in, it was like my mind was spinning and spinning and spinning because I'm just getting thrown with plays and plays and plays every day. And I guess my whole life I wasn't really used to all those plays. I kind of just went out there and played basketball. So now I had to figure out how to memorize all these plays while still playing my game. And I think that's where I struggled. I think I was overthinking a lot and not being myself. But I feel like this year around, I'm more aware, I'm more confident, and I know what to expect. So I'm excited for that.
How many plays are you supposed to memorize, and how quickly did they want you to pick it up?
Our playbook is like a whole binder. It's a pretty big binder. It has a lot of plays. I think over 100, not including defenses. And we added a bunch of new plays this year. So I think they gave us 2 days to figure out the plays to really get it down. 2 practices, I'll say, to really get it down before we tried to run it in the game.
That's pretty fast. So who are you pretty much calling to help you out? Was it teammates there to help you, coaches?
Both, really. If I had a question in practice, I could ask one of the older girls or a coach. But I did a lot of extra film and stuff with my position coach, Brittany. Really a combination of teammates and coaches.
And then, what's one of the worst drills in practice that you hate to see?
After we shoot free throws after practice, we do position shooting, and this is probably, say practice is 2 hours. This is probably an hour and 20 minutes we do position shooting. And I just dread it. I'm tired. It's we already went up and down against our guys' team, our practice players, and the free throws calm us down, so now my heart rate's down, and I gotta go pick it up again.. So that's probably something that I'm like,
Hey, and then, like, what was your mindset and goals coming in as a freshman? Were you looking to just like, hey, I want this amount of minutes, I want to earn time on the floor?
I didn't really focus on minutes and or starting or any of that. I kind of just wanted to focus on getting better and getting the hang of it more, I guess I could say. So I wasn't really focused on that, but I just wanted to be a better me and try and do everything I could to help the team win and be successful. And I think we did pretty well last year, as you can see. Went to the Final Four. So that's really all I cared about. I just love winning, and I'd rather win than have a personal goal.
And then, like, what teams are you excited to see play? Because a lot of teams came up off that transfer portal. So who are you looking forward to playing this season? Like I said, Duke looks really good. Like, that's like a home state rival there.
Yeah, we should play them at least twice, at their place and here. So it's always exciting playing Duke and UNC. I'm excited to see how LSU looks this year. And also Syracuse. Because they got a lot of new transfers, some people that I know, and I think it's a pretty young team for most of the part. So I'm interested to see how they turn out.
Who are you looking forward to playing this season? Because, it's November 10th circle on that calendar. You know who that is.
South Carolina for sure. I think that it's our time to get our get back. They got us last year, but we're a new team. They're a new team. It's a new year, so I'm excited about that. And I think that's our second game of the season, so we played them pretty early on.
Like you just said, you guys lost to South Carolina last year. Like I said, it was a fairly close game in the beginning. Then, of course, they pulled away.
Yeah.
They beat y'all by 20. But what did that loss teach you team-wise and individually?
You got to stay together. First half, it was tied ball game pretty much. It was pretty much 0-0. And I think the second half, we just let it slip past us. I think we might have lost focus or something went wrong. I think just making sure that in times like that to stay together as a team and to just do anything we can as, individuals and a collective to win.
Like on the outside looking in, like we can't see what you see. So how dominant were they? Was it the size, the speed? Like what was different compared to other teams that you faced?
Definitely, like our team was pretty big, but they were some big girls, and I think something that really stood out to me was how physical they were and just strong. Like they were very strong girls.
And then how was it playing with Isaiah and Sanaya? Like plus you guys all make a deadly combination. Were they helpful during your freshman year? Like did they teach you anything? Any advice?
Yeah, they taught me a lot. Sanaya obviously is a great leader, and Isaiah, I feel like she leads by example. She'll talk to me, and if I mess up, she'll say it don't matter, just keep going. Same with Sanaya. Like they both are very supportive, and they let me know when I'm doing well, and they let me know if I need to fix something. They're very honest with me, so I definitely appreciate that. And next to that's something I think I'll miss a lot.
And then have you decided on a major already?
Yeah, I'm a communications major.
And then what made you decide to be a communications major? Are you going to be doing any broadcasting or anything like that?
Yeah, hopefully in the future. But my parents were communications majors, and I like, media and stuff like that. Kind of like what my dad does. He's a writer. So hopefully I could do something with that one day.
Gotcha. He's a plug to the NBA, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's an NBA ready, yeah.
And then who has been like the toughest player you had to guard in practice or a game, and why?
Honestly, I'll say in practice, just like Isaiah, Sanaya, Zamiria, they're all very hard to guard. Our guard play is really good. I think the best in the country, if you ask me. So guarding really all three of them is a challenge, but I like it because that's making me better.
And then what did you work on this offseason? What did you feel that you had to add to your bag?
I honestly think just making sure that I worked on my three. I know I can shoot, but I think my confidence was messed up with my jump shot last year. So I just worked on that a lot this offseason, and I'm excited to showcase it this year.
You will be playing with the shifty freshman, Zamiria Jones. So have y'all had to match up in practice? Has she shifted you? Have you crossed her over? Like, how is that?
Yeah, we guard each other pretty much every practice, but we do go against our guys a lot. But when we go against, team and team, we do guard each other, and we both, it's basketball, so we both go at it, but it's no beef or anything. It's fun, it's friendly. We joke around a lot. She'll get me sometimes. I just laugh, it's very competitive, very fun, But yeah, I love Z.
So when y'all go up and down, how good do y'all look this year compared to last year? What do you feel that you guys have added to the team this year?
Definitely more guards. We have another guard, Devin, who's a shooter from New Jersey. And I think that she's a very important add-on because obviously shooters are a big part of the game. And Mimi, we lost last year. Even though she was a forward, she could shoot the ball. So that I'm glad that we got Devin back in here as a shooter, and she could play off. She could play more than just a shooter. She could dribble too. Obviously, Zamiria, another guard, so that we can rotate and juggle with me, her, and Sanaya. So I think that we look really good this year. We're gonna be pretty good.
And then, of course, there's a video of y'all doing conditioning. Looked like y'all was doing stairs or something like that. But everyone appeared to be tired but you, because you came strolling in with like a smile on your face, like unbothered. So it was kind of scary. Was it that you were already in basketball shape? What was going on there?
Yeah, this summer, obviously besides basketball, I really worked on like strength and conditioning. I love lifting, but I can see myself being a bodybuilder one day. Like I love lifting that much. No, like seriously, and I just ran a lot, and I didn't only run, but I did other conditioning like the Versa climber and stuff like that. So that's probably why I didn't appear tired. I worked a lot.
So, like, what are you benching? What are you squatting? What are these numbers looking like if you like to lift weights so much?
I don't know the numbers, but I do a lot.
Were you doing track and field this season that we don't know about?
I was on the track a lot this season. Not that was not voluntary, but I was on the track. I kind of do combinations. Some days I'll run like a bunch of miles. Some days I'll just do like sprints for like a minute or so, which is probably harder than it sounds. But like, just imagine full sprinting for like a minute or longer than that. So I think that's what worked the best for me, just doing like 60, 70-second sprints. That got me in shape pretty fast.
Were you doing it with somebody, or was this you on your own, just doing off-season work?
No, this was me on my own.
Dang, that's very hard to do in dedication. Of course, you want to win, obviously this year. So I'm sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
it definitely takes a lot of like dedication because nobody's making me do that. It's kind of just something I do. It's like I have in my head. If I want to be great, I have to work hard, not only on the court, but off the court. Because being, in shape and condition is a big part of basketball.
Would you say you are more conditioned now than you were last year?
Yeah, this year I think was the best shape I've ever been in my life. Because I remember when I was younger, my dad told me, he was like, you're going to get to an age where I don't even have to tell you to work out. You're going to want to go work out on your own. Me as a little girl was like, what? Like, if you don't tell me to go work out, I'm not going to go work out. But then I got older and I was like, I don't, need him to work out. I could go work out on my own, and I want to go work out on my own. Like, I'm not just going to work out because he told me to. And every year it just got better and better, and I just worked harder each year. I would say him and my mom are the perfect definition of good cop, bad cop. He'll get on me, and after a bad game or something, and my mom be like, "It's okay. I still think you're the best." You know what I'm saying? But he definitely is very supportive, as well as my mom. They both support me, so having both of them in my life, helps a lot. And I just know that they always have my back and support me, and I can go to them for anything, really.
And then, like, you had 12 points, four boards, and 3 assists against UConn. So talk about that a little bit. Like, was that a major confidence booster for you? Because you obviously weren't scared.
That game was like a dream come true. That was the first time that I played in front of like a crowd like that, and televised everywhere. And it was just a great feeling. The whole game, I was very confident. I don't think there was a moment where I was scared or nervous or anything. I was just excited, and I wanted to win really bad. That game was a game I will never forget.
How was that like a dream come true? You always wanted to play against UConn, or you just wanted to play in that arena?
Yeah, when I was younger, people always wanted me to go to UConn, and like, oh, you're so good, like UConn. And I always wanted to beat UConn. Like, I never wanted to go to UConn. I just always wanted to beat UConn for some reason. Like, since I was like little, like 5, 6 years old. So it was like when I actually got the chance, I did it. It's like I wasn't just saying it, but I actually did it. So it's like a wow. Yeah.
Have you been watching the WNBA this season?
I have been watching, and this season's pretty entertaining. Breanna Stewart's still my favorite player, but Caitlin Clark is a close number 2.
Oh, I said, how come Breanna Stewart's one of your favorite players and that she goes to UConn?
Oh, why is she one of my favorite players? I just always loved her. Like, I like her style of play, and my favorite male player is Kevin Durant. And she kind of reminds me as a female Kevin Durant, So I always loved her. Yeah.
So what rookies are you impressed with, and how they transition? Like, what takeaways did you pull away from that or learn from?
Rakia, she definitely when we played them in the tournament, I want to say Sweet 16.
Hmm.
I'm not sure though, but I know we played them in the tournament, and she was always tough to guard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she was frying us. Like we might have won, but she did what she do, And to see her dominating the league, that's it. Might be a notice, because the whole Kaylin Clark injuries, but I definitely see it, and she's one of my favorite rookies for sure.
Seeing that these rookies had a such an impact coming in this year, like does it the WNBA now feel that more obtainable, achievable just because off of what they did? Because it's like rookies haven't been given an opportunity to me in like the previous drafts, so now it's expanding to more teams. By the time, especially you're a senior, how does that make you feel in a sense like I could make the league now?
Our freshman class, well, I guess we're not freshmen anymore, but my class, the 2023 class, we're really good. We all have talent. I feel like we're the best class that we've seen in a really long time. So to that WNBA draft, like, I don't know, it's gonna be tough. But like you said, with the WNBA expanding the teams, I think that gives us more opportunities and me more opportunities, whoever. Because a lot of great players get cut because they don't have enough spots. So that's good to see that. And just more people watching the game and acknowledging us, it feels good and it makes me want to work harder so that more people can continue to watch for girls that are younger than me.
So talk about the 22 your 2023 class. Who's all in there? Go ahead and name drop some players on why you say your class is pretty tough.
Ooh. Okay. So we got Juju Watkins, of course, Malaysia Phil Wally, Hannah Hidalgo. Those are my three. Those are the first three I think of. Jaden Donovan. Let's see, Duke. Delaney Thomas. Give me a team. Michaela Williams, Aaliyah Rosario. Do you see that class? Like that's just ridiculous.
That
Like
is a crazy
that's
class.
I only named like people on three teams, four teams. Like it's crazy.
You really did. Yeah, you really did. Where do you see yourself 1 through 10? Where do you see yourself going?
I'm always think I'm the best, Other people might not think it, but I'm always put myself at number one. It's a confidence thing. I know what I can do, and at the end of the day, I believe that I'm the best.
I appreciate that honesty too.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't say that. No, you know how hard you work. Go ahead, say it with your
Oh
chest.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I know what I'm capable of.
Last thing, give me advice or tips for incoming freshmen coming in this year if they want like some tips on how they can see the floor this year.
Stay focused. There's a lot of distractions here at college, as everybody knows, but just stay focused and always keep in mind why you're here and what's your purpose. And don't get distracted in the wrong or caught with the wrong crowd or something like that. If you're here on a basketball scholarship, you're here to do your schoolwork and play basketball, in the gym. And so that should be your main focus all times and just keep God close.